Hey my Leanne Owls, want to see how I get this beautiful look? Stay tuned and I'll show you how I get looking so pretty. Hey my Leanne Owls, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, hit the bell notification button so you don't miss any videos that I make. Now that we got the formalities out of the way, as you can see, my head's in a towel and I have no makeup on my face. So I thought I'd do a get ready with me so you can see how I make myself look so pretty. And I can hide all of this. Anyway, first whenever I start getting ready, I take a shower. I'll do a video of products and stuff I use in the shower another day, but we'll just do hair and makeup today. So one of the things that I always start with is my hair, because I'm always having to deal with it somehow. So right now it's in the towel, and I'm going to take it out. I usually like to try and get any excess out of my hair. Kind of flip it over, and then I always drape my towel over my sink, over my tub, so it can dry and not get all nasty. So as you can see, my hair is a mess. So one of the ways that I always make sure and take care of it is I use Garnier Root Amp. This stuff is amazing. I'll link it in the description below. Actually, all the products I'm going to use today, I'm going to link in the description below. So you know, I joined Amazon affiliate program. So each time I suggest to you a product and you buy it, I get a little money to help myself bring more content to you guys. So anytime that you buy something, it helps me help you. So, and also too, these products I swear by. I've used these products for so long, and I can't imagine doing without them. I was actually watching YouTube, and another person suggested this root amp. I like it. It is not sticky, does not weigh down. It's got like extra hold, so if you're looking to have that dew look fantastic, this is the way to go. It's nice. So all I do is I just put a small bit in my hand, because my hair tends to get super greasy, so I don't need a lot of stuff in mine. So usually with me, I'll just put a little bit in. I got a mirror right here that you can't see, just so that I can tell what I'm doing. So I do that and then just rinse my hands off. Alright, now that that's done, the next thing I do is then I dry my hair. And poof, just like that, it's all dry. You can see it has left a lot of the volume in it, and I really like it, but I know if I leave it, it'll go all flat and gross. My hair is weird and does its own little thing. So usually then I plug in my curling iron to start getting ready for my curls that I do, that you all like. For my curling iron, this is so ancient, but this is a Conair instant heat curling iron. You can see I've used it quite a bit. It's a little dirty, but I recommend highly buying one of these if you haven't. I'm not sure what inch barrel it is. It's one of the smaller ones, but I like it because you can adjust the heat temperature. You can also have the on and then the turbo heat button, which I always put on, and I use it quite a bit. Like I said, you can tell it's been used quite a bit, but they still sell these, and like I said, I'll link it in the description below, so you can buy one too. So in case you're looking for a curling iron, this would be a good one. I also have very fine hair, but I have a lot of it, so this really helps a lot for this fact. So while my curling iron is heating up, I usually put some sort of hair pin in right now, just like a regular little pin, little hair pin, to get it out of my face because it's all fluffy. And also too, I kind of fluff my hair up a little bit. It's also, since I have combination skin, so I'm really oily in the summertime, but I'm also very dry in the wintertime. But if you put too much oil on my face, then I start breaking out. Thus, I have a few right here, and there's one there, and so on. So I have to be careful. But this product I bought, and I love it. It's the Gold Bond Restoring Green Tea and Vitamin C. This stuff smells amazing. It works amazing. I have also really dry hands. I haven't put it on my hands yet today since I jumped out of the shower. But this stuff really helps get any dry skin and take care of it. It's also really nice too. It hydrates and revitalizes. It's hypoallergenic. It's dermatologist tested. So if you are sensitive to things, I have an obnoxious sensitive system. My skin, my body, everything. So when I find something like this that really helps, I use it. Now, because like I said, my skin is so oily, I don't need a ton of it. I literally just use, I'll put a little bit on my finger. I literally put like that much on my skin. And I usually, right about in here is where it's usually dry. So all the time it hurts because it's dry right there. So that's how I usually will take care of it. And then we're done. I always rinse my hands in between each thing that I do so that I'm not transferring stuff in between. So I will quick rinse my hand here. Alright, the next thing that I then will do is my foundation. The foundation I actually prefer is this one. It's the Covergirl Clean Sensitive Liquid Foundation. Everything I use pretty much is Covergirl. This one I prefer to use if you have sensitive skin. This is really good. It also helps you not with oil breakouts either. Get a closer look. So, and I'm very, as you can tell, I'm very pale. So I use the shade Ivory, but obviously get closest to your shade. That's necessary. So the one that I end up getting this time is the Clear Matte Liquid Foundation. It is oil control and anti-lucence. The only reason I don't like it as much is because it's more liquidy, where the other one that I showed you, this one, is more whipped and a little bit thicker, so it stays on the skin quite a bit better. But they were out of that at the store, so I had to get this one. I always use a beauty blender to put these on. I know you're supposed to use some foundation stuff, foundation brush, which I guess I could use it too. So I'm not sure which one this is, but so alright, I'm gonna put this foundation on with my brush, and since I got a ton of it on here, I end up spreading it around as I get it out of my hair. So then the next thing that I use is, I believe it's Covergirl as well, or maybe this was e.l.f. I don't remember, the labels come off of it, but it's the Bright Pink rose cheek stuff. I use the Fergie Wet n Wild brush to apply it. See, it's nice and big and fluffy. Big and fluffy. So I'll put a little bit there. Some on my cheek. Okay, so I'll put some on my, then I do a little on my forehead too, in my T-zone, so that I don't look so pale, because that's the problem, is the foundation makes me look like super pale. So not like a little red, but at least I look like I have color on my face. So then the next thing that I use is the Covergirl Powder Foundation Professionals. I use the color Translucent Fair. All these is based from skin type, since I'm super fair. I use another brush. I don't remember. This is another Walmart brush. A lot of these I got at Walmart, but anyway. So I will. So then the next thing I do is I'll dip it in, powder off what I don't need. And then I always start with this cheek because I tend to always put it on the heaviest there. So there. Makes me look not quite so white. Huh. I like better. So the next thing that I go on to is my brows. I always wait to do those last because the foundation tends to cover them up. So the color I always use for that is the Smoke and Mirrors Brow Gel. This is the one I use. It's in the color like dark brown. So then I go and do those next. Now mine are not that bad like up here, but they tend to just like be really sparse like down there. So another thing that you could also do is use a brow crayon, which then I would use the Easy Breezy Brow Fill and Define from, I think it's Covergirl, I'm not sure. But then what you can do from there, again, I have very, lightish brown, so I'll fill in kind of like here, kind of using the camera to see. And fill in, same kind of here, again, just sort of filling in, where they go. Now mine are not very even, but then that way there. And then you just finish it with the Smoke and Mirrors Brow Gel. I like this a lot. Also too, I sometimes use the tip of this because it's got stuff in it to kind of fill stuff in as well. And then kind of try and make the shape, you're supposed to have. With your brows in that. Kind of fill them in. Like that, and then ta-da, they're done. And they look perfect and natural. So then next, after I do my brows, then I always, as odd as it sounds, I do my eyeliner next. So with that, I use the Wet n Wild Color Kohl eyeliner. I get like the super big one. I love this because you can actually get this whole stick at Walmart for 99 cents. It's like super cheap and lasts forever. So there seems to be a good thing on it, so I'm going to use this and go in my lashes. Now the way I do mine, and I probably don't do it right, but I put it on both. So the way that I do this is I hold my eye, start at the corner, and work my way in. Partially opening my eye so that it gets in my waterline, but I don't feel like I'm going to stab myself in the eye. So I'll do the same with this one too, this side too. Kind of use the eyelids to kind of cup the pencils. Then, like I said, it looks like you don't feel like you're gonna stab yourself in the eye, but you still give yourself the color that you're looking for. If I wanted to get super fancy, which for you today I will, you can use the Hard Candy eyeshadow primer. So this will help get your eyes all set to go for eyeshadow. So I have this in, I don't think it really comes with a color because it doesn't matter. You're just going to be covering it up anyway. So you just put a little bit on your middle finger and just kind of go above your eye and your lid and work it in. Sometimes I often have to fix. Maybe in this case you might want to put the shadow on, the primer shadow on first, and then do your eyeliner. Alright, let's try the other side and see if I can actually do it without screwing it up this time. Part of it too is I couldn't really see well. There we go. I did it without. Okay. So that's that. Also too, I tend to kind of do things sporadically. So one of the things that I sometimes do is contouring as well. I don't do it as much just because sometimes my body naturally does it. But for you today, I'll show you how I contour. I already know I put the powder, powder foundation on, but sometimes you gotta do it again. So the palette I use for that is the L.A.Colors eyeshadow, because I don't actually have like bronzer and all that other stuff, so I have to kind of use eyeshadow to make it work. So I do it where I use the eyeshadow things they come, and I usually, I can either use that, maybe that color, and I use it to bronze. So the way I'll do it is I'll put it like right in here, because you can see where you can see where your cheekbones are. Just don't worry, it looks ridiculous now, but don't worry. I also have a big forehead too. See, like my forehead's like super huge. So I usually try and put it along my hairline there. And then I'll also put it like under my chin, because I got kind of some big stuff going on. So I'll put it under there. And then I always do my nose, so I'll do like on the sides of my nose. Let's see if I can get it there. Okay. Then I'll do the other side of my nose. Okay. And then that's pretty much that. Then I'll use my brush to fix it. So, funny story, I kind of forgot which brush I use because it's been forever. But anyway, so I use this to then kind of just sort of, you know, blend it out. Use this one today. Really doesn't entirely matter which brush, as long as you used one. And then I'll do along here. And do my nose. Okay, then I'll go back with, this is probably why I got confused. Then I'll go back with my powder brush. Kind of help. And help cover it up a little bit. Oh, actually no, I usually use my beauty blender. So, use this. That's why I usually use that. There we go. Use the beauty blender to kind of help with the lines, but also to help with the makeup. Oh, it's still a little too, if it's still a little too dark, like that side's still kind of a little dark, I'll maybe put like a little bit there to cover. There we go. And now my face looks like so much skinnier. Alright, so that's done. Now I'm going to do my lashes. So I use the Megalength Mascara Hydro Fudge from Wet n Wild. That's like the cheaper option. I do like the, it's half gone now, but the Maybeline Lash Sensational one. This one really works very well. I'll link both of them in the description below. I prefer the color black. Like black, some people, like I know my mom, she likes the brown black, but I don't mind the harshness of the black. So then for me, I have super fine lashes. So for me, I have to kind of start and go up. So I start at the front. So at the top, of course. I'll use my mirror here in this case. And then the other side. Sometimes I'll have to get a little more because I have to use so much to make you actually see I have lashes because they're so thin and fine. And then I always do the bottom. My husband laughs at me and how I do this too. He's like, do you think opening your mouth helps you do it? I'm like, I don't know, I just do it. So it works. Okay, so now we're continuing on, and I have 2 palettes of makeup that I use for my eyes. I have the hard candy kind. You can see that I use it quite a bit. This is the palette Rich and Famous. Or I use the It Cosmetic. Okay, it amazes me at how pigmented this is. So I don't have a lot of space on my camera, it looks like, so I gotta hurry. So essentially what I'll do is I'll pick myself a color. Here's the different colors. Let's see if I'll clean it up a little bit. So those are a lot of the different colors. Let's see what color I feel like today. Since I don't have another brush necessarily, Q-tip, which that works too. So I'll use that. I usually will start and put a darker color in the corners, go a little bit lighter, and then I'll go over with like a shimmery color out of here. I think for now we'll just do the purple one. So I have the All Heart, it is, that I'm gonna put in the corner of my eye. Here you can kind of see about halfway, something like that. Same thing here. I'll put that in the corner. Then I'm going to go in with the Soulful is next. It's a little bit lighter one. And that'll go kind of here. And I'll like blend it into it too so it doesn't look, you can still tell there's a difference, but it doesn't look like super bad. So see, it's like in there. Alright. And then from there, because I happen to have it, I'll use this in here. You can tell I use this a lot. This pink color right here. One of the things I do is I'll wet my brush. It helps the color last longer and stay better. So I'll quick give it a wash and a tap. And then I'll show you. Plus it helps the color be a little bit more vibrant. And then I'll kind of just go over it and highlight everything. So there we go. And then there's that. And it's done. Ta-da. Lastly then, if there's a lipstick, let's see, maybe I'll use this little bit brighter one. This is Covergirl Lip Lava in the shade Colorlicious. This is the color of that. And sometimes with this I will take, like I'll do, kind of do a cross here, cross there, and then there. So I got the color. I could leave it like this, but I'm not a fan of how orange it looks. So that's usually then where I'll take the other end of the Q-tip and I will head into my Nature palette here, and I will, or actually not the Nature, I will use this one today, the hard candy one. I'll go into like the silver color. I'll use a spot that I haven't used, and then I will kind of dab it on, and it kind of makes like a really cool color. Then time to do my hair real fast. Usually with me it's easy. I start at the back and I do beach waves, so I curl it one way. I have to hurry. Curl it one way. And I'll do that back and forth, and when I get up to the front, I will curl it always back so it stays out of your face. So I'll do that and I'll put a picture. So I'm filming this after because I totally forgot, but also too I do highlighter. So let me get my highlighting brush and I'll show you how to do that. It's the e.l.f. Smudge Brush, and I'll put it in the color, the Wet n Wild color Sugar. And I'll put that usually on my nose, like right in here, kind of do that. I'll also do like up in here, kind of. And then I do right here to help kind of be like, oh girl, you got something going on. And then I will take the beauty blender, kind of, oh, I also do the tip of my nose, right there, kind of right all in there. And then if I'm feeling extra adventurous, kind of blend this. This is the Smoke and Mirrors Iridescent Glow Stick. So you can see that. It's quite thick. But I'll just put like a little bit, again, kind of like right there. And some right there. Maybe I'll put it up. Enough that it kind of shows like, I got something going. Maybe I'll put something on my nose. Again, kind of down my bridge. Yeah, make it kind of shiny. And that's that. So, as you can see now, my hair is all done. And I'll go pick out clothes and head out for the day. And then for concealer, which I put on, I put a little more on to see how I do it. Put it on that. And then I use my brush to smudge it out so it's not so thick. Strong. There we go. And I use the Clean Invisible Concealer, also from Covergirl, in the shade Fair. Because again, I'm super ridiculously fair. A lot of it's kind of come off, but that's the other shade that I use.